Up next on ATV Sports Zone, we give you the rundown on the latest March Madness events, games, and news so you can stay up to date with your brackets.
And we'll explain the current gambling situation with LA Dodgers player Shohei Ohtani and his interpreter. All of this and more.
Hello and welcome to ATV Sports Zone. I'm Sam Macarczyk.
And I'm Jane Caroline Fusco. Let's get into the latest. March Madness is underway with the Sweet 16 wrapping up their games today. Charlotte Becker spoke to students on campus to see how their brackets are turning out.
Every year when March rolls around, basketball fans across the country rush to get their brackets in. Friends form leagues with one another to see who will turn out on top, and people place serious bets on who they think will win the tournament. From the beginning, many people had their brackets crushed, such as Elizabeth Munichi.
So I was doing really well. The first couple of days I was in number 1 for all my leagues. One of them is like 30 people, the other is 6. I have significantly dropped down.
However, some students, like Leah Chen, just enjoy the fun of putting together a bracket with their friends.
So I love March Madness. I don't follow basketball or any sport at all, but I've always loved March Madness for some reason. And so senior year of high school I won, and that's always fueled my fire.
Brackets can be creative, and many, like Will Rixey, put together a group with a theme.
Yeah, so I decided to make it actually called Mormon Madness. So I had BYU to the Elite 8. They got out immediately. I had Auburn go to the Final Four. They're out. I had Kentucky. They're out to that really bald guy with like the widow's peak. I think he's awesome, though.
The Final Four are yet to be determined, and with the way this tournament has been going, anything can happen. For ATV Sports Zone, I'm Charlotte Becker.
The New York Mets went against the Milwaukee Brewers yesterday, kicking off opening day for the MLB. The Houston Astros also went against the New York Yankees, losing 4-5. And the Texas Rangers celebrated their 2023 World Series title. The league began the 2024 season last week in Seoul, South Korea, where the LA Dodgers won 5-2 against the Padres. What was supposed to be a fun and exciting day of camaraderie and international sportsmanship turned into a tumultuous time for the Dodgers' star player, Shohei Ohtani.
That's right, Sam. In December 2023, Ohtani signed with the LA Dodgers in the largest sports contract in history and has been shaping up to be one of the most accomplished baseball players of all time. On March 20th, Ohtani's interpreter and close friend Ippy Mizora was fired from the team and is being accused of stealing millions of dollars from Ohtani for use in illegal gambling. Earlier this week, Shohei spoke to the media in a controlled press conference. No questions were allowed.
So I never bet on baseball or any other sports, or never have asked somebody to do it on my behalf. And I have never went through a bookmaker to bet on sports.
Mizuhara and the alleged bookmaker are currently being investigated by the IRS.
Minute Media has acquired another company, Sports Illustrated. Beckett Harrison reports.
The publishing rights to Sports Illustrated were recently purchased by Minute Media, keeping the magazine afloat amidst a saga of layoffs and controversy. Sports Illustrated, which has been a bastion of effective and iconic journalism throughout its 70-year history, has been subject to criticism over a decline in quality and ethics. Former senior staff writer and current AU professor Robert Klumko is skeptical of SI's future under the new publisher.
Well, I think it depends a lot on what Minute Media wants out of Sports Illustrated. Do they want to squeeze a few bucks out of the brand and dilute it further, or do they want to bring it back to its roots? The easiest thing is to make a little bit of money and get out.
SI laid off the majority of its unionized workforce in late January. Many believed that they had seen the end of the publication until Minute Media stepped in and signed a 10-year contract for the publishing rights.
They're going to face an uphill battle if they want to do the hard thing, because they've lost so many people who were great writers and great reporters and bought into the journalism mission of Sports Illustrated as they knew it.
Minute Media is primarily known for publishing the Players Tribune and Fansided, two digital sports media platforms. Sports Illustrated will be their first physical publication. For ATV Sports Zone, I'm Beckett Harrison.
Coming up after the break, we'll explain the new NFL free agency rules and hear what people think about the change. Stay tuned.
When I never graduated from high school, I realized I wanted to go back to school because I didn't want to work these back-breaking jobs the rest of my life. With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed to come back to school. I felt accomplished, made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
The NFL free agency rules have caused a frenzy between players and teams. NFL fans across the country have varying opinions on the decision. Lindsay Morin reports.
After winning this year's Super Bowl, the Kansas City Chiefs announced that Steve Spagnuolo, who entered the offseason as a free agent, is back on the team on a contract extension with a sizable raise. Some students, such as Anna Woodward, are skeptical about players extending their contracts for monetary reasons.
I think you should have the ability to negotiate and come up with an agreement that works best for you. But then at the same time, I do see that same argument where it's like, okay, just because a team has more money, like how is that leveling the playing field? How is that putting others at a disadvantage, you know?
An NFL free agent is a player with 4 or more accrued seasons whose contract has expired. This year, players are free to sign with any club with no draft choice compensation owed to their old club until July. While some NFL fans are hopeful about trading players for the upcoming season, others worry about the team's future successes.
I don't really think we're going to do better. We're kind of in a rebuild stage, so I think it's going to be a couple years before we see any good playoff time.
The Detroit Lions, the San Francisco 49ers, Baltimore Ravens, and the Buffalo Bills have also made big choices to promote or trade their players in hopes of a successful upcoming season. While most big names are off the market and the NFL draft is a month away, teams are consistently looking for ways to upgrade their rosters. For ATV SportsZone, I'm Lindsay Morin.
LSU's women's basketball head coach Kim Mulkey has become the subject of controversy following a dramatic press conference on March 23rd. The conference, which was intended to be about LSU's upcoming March Madness game, began with Mulkey reading a lengthy, preemptive statement about a Washington Post article that was set to be published within the upcoming days. In her statement, Mulkey claims that the reporter writing the story has been trying to contact her for 2 years and that the Post is targeting her during the NCAA tournament in an attempt to distract the team. She ended the statement by saying that she was prepared to sue the Post over defamation if they publish the article. The Washington Post has yet to release the story, but Mulkey's statement has generated significant interest in the content of the article.
The National Mall will be flooded with thousands of people next weekend, not just to see the tidal basin, but to race. The Cherry Blossom 10 Mile will see professional and novice runners alike. Jade Desmaret reports.
The Cherry Blossom 10 Mile race is back for its 51st edition on April 7th. 17,000 people are expected to race, and former AU student Kara Kallström D'Amato is one of the favorites to win.
She is an American University graduate. She was inducted into the American University Athletic Hall of Fame about 10 years ago. She set the American record for 10 miles. So this actually will be the first time she's running the race as an elite athlete, and she is very much the favorite in the women's competition. So you could see an American University graduate on the podium.
Due to its popularity, runners have to enter a lottery to sign up for the 10 mile. This year, 6,000 people did not get in.
I have entered the lottery before and been rejected, but this time I think I may have used my guaranteed entry actually from the volunteering. If you volunteer, then you get a guaranteed spot in the future. I did the 5K last year, and I've also volunteered for the race as well, passing out water along the course. It's a very popular race with me and my friends. It's a huge race in DC, so we all decide to sign up every year.
Many runners hope to set a new personal record on this flat route, and all will get to enjoy running on the national mold filled with cherry blossoms.
I definitely want to try to PR. I also think that that's really fun, and I feel like I can enjoy, seeing all the cherry blossoms and enjoying being around so many other people who are also, putting in their best effort. It's definitely worth waking up early for. It's an early start, and you have to get all the way downtown, but it's definitely worth it.
Although registration is now closed, people are welcome to cheer on runners from the sidelines. I'm Jade, Desmaret for ATV SportsZone.
MLB owners announced on Wednesday that the Baltimore Orioles will be soon sold to David Rubenstein. The former owner, John Angelos, agreed to give his position to Rubenstein and buy the team once his father, Peter Angelos, died. Interestingly, and to many people's chagrin, Peter Angelos died on the Saturday after battling a long-time illness. The decision to then hand the team to Rubenstein came one day before the season opened and was conducted during a conference call. This is the first time in over 30 years the team will not have an owner from the Angelos family on opening day.
Kim Kardashian's shapewear brand Skims announced a new March All-Stars campaign featuring a number of college basketball stars. The campaign showcases notable athletes such as Duke's Jared McCain and Kentucky's Rob Dillingham, taking advantage of the NCAA's name, image, and likeness policy. This policy, also known as NIL, allows college athletes to profit from their image, something that the NCAA previously barred them from doing until July of 2021. The March All-Stars campaign marks the second time that Skims has ventured into basketball following a partnership with the NBA that was announced last year.
This is our last official broadcast of the semester, but we'll be back in April with a brief recap of the 2023 and 2024 semesters and a send-off for our graduating seniors at ATV.
Be sure to check out our Instagram at AUATV for more information. Thanks for joining us.